Well, hello again, everybody out there in YouTube, internet land, or what have you. I got another story to tell you here. This is actually kind of a semi-violent story. I actually had recorded it earlier, but roughly about a month ago, but for some reason all the data on this particular disc got corrupted, so I lost a couple good things. Like I chased down a moose with the car, almost got right up beside it, and I was going to tape it as I drove beside it, but he jumped off into the ditch just as his hindquarters were right at the front. And this other one I'm about to tell you, and I have to retape this. Keep in mind this happened about a month ago. The only reason I haven't retaped it until now is because I didn't know. Frankly, I wait till the disc gets filled up, then I check it and I watch it and I edit it and I throw it on the website there on the YouTube. But I just found out the other day that it's corrupted and I can't view any of it. So all the events that I'm about to tell you happened roughly a month ago or so. Okay, anyway, I go and I get a call to this house to come pick up this fella. You know, I get there, sit in the driveway for a couple minutes, and I head up and knock on the door. A guy comes out and he says, "Okay, yeah, my brother-in-law, where you got to take him home. He's kind of outworn his welcome. He wants to drive. We're not going to let him drive his truck. He's totally messed up. Like, he is just shit-faced." So it takes him about 10 minutes to get him in my car. He's like, "Where's my truck? Where's my truck? Why can't I? Who are you? Where's my truck?" And he's walking around. He's walking around in the snow with no shoes on. You know, he's really messed up. So they managed to get him in the car. They gave me $10. They're like, I said, "Do you know where he lives?" And they're like, "No, actually, we don't know where he lives." But he does. He's all right. I was like, "Okay, yeah, whatever. We'll find the place." So his shoes sitting on the floor. You know, his feet are soaked. He's sitting in the passenger seat. I said, "Okay, guys. So where are we going?" He's looking at me like, "Huh? What? That way." You know. So anyway, we're driving around for about 5 minutes or so, and he's like, "This way," and then that way, and he doesn't know where the hell he's going, doesn't know what he's doing. So the meter comes up to about $10. So just at this time, we are coming up near a stop sign. And then suddenly he starts saying, "What the hell are you doing driving my truck?" I was like, "It's not your truck, this is my cab." He's like, "Oh, fucking shit, what are you doing driving my fucking truck? Get out of my fucking truck." And so he fucking grabs the steering wheel and he yanks it off the road. I'm not going very fast because I'm coming up to the stop sign, but it bumps up against the curb, you know, slides around the kind of curb there. He rips the keys out of the ignition, and that's relatively hard, you know. Keys don't come out when the car is on. They're supposed to be turned off. That's how they come out. But somehow I managed to rip the keys right out of the ignition. And I'm grabbing for him, like, "Hey, buddy, give me back my fucking keys." And so we're wrestling there. He gets one hand on my wrist. I get my arm around his shoulder there, not around his neck or nothing, but around his shoulder, and we're kind of pushing back and forth. And I managed to get the radio kind of like this. I'm like, "I need the police to so and so right now." And the dispatcher's no better than asking me a question. Like, "Okay, yeah, we're calling them. They're on their way." You know, right quick. So we're getting like that, and then I get my hand down, and I tap him twice like that on the jaw. Not really hard. I'm not like knocking him out or anything, but I'm just lashing out, trying to get him off me and get my keys back. And I go bam, bam, and he's like, I didn't do him very hard. It was just must have been a shock. You know, I wasn't doing it hard at all, but just real quick like that, eh? And then he just sits back, eyes wide, in the corner of the seat over the passenger side over there, and eyes wide like this. And then he just kind of sits there, and his eyes calm down. He just kind of slouches. He just sits there and he looks at me. He's sitting there. About a minute goes by, and I'm just sitting there. I got my keys back, and he's like, "So what are we going to talk about now?" That's what he says. He sits there and he's like, "So what are we going to talk about now?" I looked him straight in the eye. I said, "You know what? I don't know. I don't know what we're going to talk about." So about this time, the police pull up in a pickup in the back. They weren't too bad to get in there. It took them about 5-6 minutes to get there, which is not that bad, I guess. But we'd sit. The little scuffle only lasted maybe 2 minutes. We'd been sitting there. He was calm. He was like the calmest guy you'd ever seen. Almost like he was passed out, except his eyes were open and he was looking at me, just looking at me like I was supposed to program him with some kind of information. Just sitting there, just not menacingly, not passed out, dazed, just sitting there looking at me, like just looking at me. So anyway, cop comes over to my side of the window. He's like, "Yeah, so what's the problem?" I was like, "Oh, well, this guy kind of dragged the car off the road, ripped my keys out, and had a little scuffle with him, gave him a couple taps." And anyway, So the cop says, "Oh, okay. So you want us to take him? No charges? No charges? You know, that's like the first thing he says. You want us to take him? No charges?" I'm like, whatever. Just get him out of here, or whatnot. So they're way nicer than. I mean, they're way meaner than me. These RCMP officers. You don't want to fuck with the RCMP. They're pretty mean guys. They know how to get their stunts. So. The one RCMP officer's at my window, and meanwhile the other one walks over to the other side of the car. You know, that's how they operate. And so he turns over to the other officer. He's okay, haul him out. So he opens the door. He just grabs the guy. The guy's completely calm now. Like he's totally downed. So they grab the guy. They yank him out, take him to the back, throw him up against the car, throw some cuffs on him, and they're just dragging him around, you know. They're just dragging him. I don't think he was resisting, but I didn't really hear. It's kind of hard to see. And they throw him in the car. They come back and they fucking grab his shoes. They're like, "Okay, thanks, boss." Like, "Thanks, boss," and they go away. So it's kind of odd. I've gotten to scuffles with drunks in my car before, but they're usually just damn mean, you know. Just they're vicious and they're out to hurt people. But this guy was just loopy. He was just messed up. He didn't know what was going on. And after I gave him the 2 taps there, he just kind of settled down really well. Like, really well. There's nothing wrong with him. Because most of the drunks I get in scuffle with, they're, well, not most, it's only happened twice before, but they were mean. Like, they were mean. Like, the kind of things you get stabbed over type of thing. But yeah, I just thought I'd let you know. You know, I got into a kind of a scuffle with a drunk. I think that's what I'll call the video, a scuffle with drunk. So, there we go.